Okay.
Hello, we are live. Our pre-launch chat we're out there for everyone to see. Oh my God, Jen, it's real.
Kimberly, it is real. We have been planning this, I think, since like June.
Yeah.
Like that was like the early talks of it. And then we
Mhm.
started actually creating various things for it. And then we
Yeah.
were actually going to originally launch this back in October.
Mhm.
But you had a lot going on with your move and all the fun
I
things that
did.
go on with that.
I did. Yes. And you were so patient and so kind to let me work through all of that, selling a house, buying a house, getting settled in the new house. And here we are. Our first show is this coming Monday.
I know this is very, very crazy and surreal, but I'm so excited to be doing this. I'm so happy we connected, which was about a year ago now.
Yeah. I can't believe how long it's been already. And so, for anyone who's watching, please feel free. Jen and I are just going to chat. We're going to ask you questions, maybe. You can ask us questions. Drop your questions in the chat. Feel free to tell us where you're watching from. That's always fun. Um, but yeah, Jen, so we met like a year ago through the Vegan Business Tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And I still remember when David and I were on a call and he was like, Kimberly, you've got to meet this person. She just joined and she is you and you are her. And you guys you have to connect immediately. And we did.
Yeah, we totally did. Like, yeah, so I joined the Vegan Business Tribe. It was like end of February of last year. And I had that, you get a free coaching, 20-minute coaching session with David. And I was telling him my whole journey with my business that led me to my rebranding of the Confident Vegan. And he goes, I have to introduce you to someone. He's like, she could be your sister. Maybe you
Yep.
guys were sisters in another lifetime. And here we are.
Here we are.
And it's funny because I feel like, it's very interesting when you have a connection like this where you just connect instantly with somebody, and it's just funny, and we'll talk about some funny things that happened this weekend, when we were spinning wheels, for some contests. Oh, hello there, Ellie.
Hey,
Yay, you're
Ellie.
our first comment.
And here's our second one. Hey, Heather.
Hey, Heather, aka Savvy Frugal Vegan.
Yes.
Yay! So, yeah, so here we are. We shared a little bit about how we met. Oh, so I think how we came up with this crazy idea.
Yeah.
Do you want to start that or should I start
Yeah,
that?
sure. So, anybody who knows me or anyone who's watched the last couple of minutes of this would know that I'm a performer and I have always wanted to be in front of people and share what I love. When I was younger, I thought that was going to be me showing up pretending to be other people, but it didn't work out that way. So now I get to show up as me sharing my greatest passion with the world. And Jen also shares this passion. And we love talking, we love chatting with people, with each other, and doing it and sharing this message with anyone who wants to listen.
Yeah, and sharing and also providing that support that vegans need, because there's a lot of advancements in the vegan world, but it's still a lonely place in the TV world, which is interesting because I went to school for TV and radio, and I originally was about being behind the scenes. I chose the major TV and radio because I thought, this is back when MTV played music videos, and I was like, I want to be a music video director, and then
Love it.
that eventually changed. When I graduated college a long, long time ago, I started working in news and doing news production and being behind the scenes with floor directing and camera and audio and all those different things. And then I pivoted into other stuff with TV, which is more behind the scenes, just putting in commercials. And there's this part of me that wanted to, after I got my coaching certification, I wanted to go back and that creative bug started itching, except I had this calling to do YouTube. And I was like, oh my God, I can't be on camera. But there was this part of me that was like nudging me because I love sharing information and I love helping people. And eventually, my YouTube channel, The Confident Vegan, which was a couple of other things before that, has evolved to where it is now. And now here we are. We're both talking about wanting to be like a vegan Oprah and have a
Yeah.
show like that. And I always watch the Today Show every morning for like years, which is anyone who's not in the US is a morning news show that comes on at 7 a.m. And it's been on for a really long time, decades. And so I've grown up watching it. I still watch it before I start the day. And I was telling Kimberly how it would be great to have something like that too, because I always thought about those things and trying to figure out how to make that vegan. But can't just do that by myself. and
It's way more fun with friends.
Way more fun with friends. And Kimberly and I discovered we had this same type of vision. And here we are now.
Yeah.
So, and I see JP. Hey, JP.
Yeah, I want to say a quick hello to JP and Heather. Thank you so much. Heather is tuning in and saying hello again. And yeah, I loved it as a kid. Like I wanted to be in all the school plays. I always want to be the center of attention in a room in a very fun way. I feel like I bring the light and the fun, not just a, hey, look at me. But that's all right too, I guess. So that's very much me. And then Heather also didn't know this about you, Jen. Yes, you are. I was just about to say that. Heather says, I'm learning so much about you too. That's
Awesome.
why we're here tonight.
Yeah. You're here. Yeah. So yeah, that's true. That's been all part of my journey. And it's interesting how these things, and I used to like to be in plays also, Kimberly. It's funny how you mentioned that. Like I always enjoyed that. I was once a juggler. Because I juggle. Another fun fact about me. And so my senior year in high school, I was juggling in gym class, and one of my classmates' friends was like, who was in the play, was like, we need someone to juggle. It was for the play Carousel, and they needed someone to dress up like a clown walking around juggling. So that was my senior year performance.
I love it. That's amazing.
I'll juggle for you guys sometime.
Yes, definitely. So we we'll be here for like a half hour. We're figuring we'll end around 8:30 Eastern time. So anyone who comes in, again, just feel free, leave, post some comments. We're happy to engage. We want to know, where are you watching from? What kind of questions do you have? What are you looking forward to when that vegan morning show kicks off this Monday at 7 a.m. Eastern, which, by the way, I have not been practicing getting up super early, so Monday should be fun.
It should be fun. I usually get up around 6 a.m., sometimes sooner. I have a terrible time sleeping, partially because I have trouble sleeping, and sometimes my cat Minora likes to wake me up sooner. So, but I'm usually up by 6 a.m., but I'm usually just kind of like lounging on the couch, like just slowly getting myself motivated for the day with some caffeine and some TV, or just mindlessly
A morning
scrolling.
show, perhaps?
A morning show. Well, I always watch the Today Show. For at least like between 15 and 30 minutes, I watch it, catches me up with all my headlines, and then I move along on my day. Yeah, I grew up watching it. I remember when I used to stay home alone, when I was old enough to stay home alone, and in the summertime when there was no school, I would just flip on the Today Show, all the like morning talk shows, and they kept me company. The Today Show was one of them.
Yeah, I think I love the idea of like kicking off the morning with a lot of like vegan related stuff. So your love for actual already out there morning shows, my love for, and yours I'm sure too, to just kind of kick off the day with some good vegan stuff, really is at the heart of what we want to do here. Because when you tune into a traditional morning show, they're not talking about vegan news. Their cooking segments are certainly not appropriate from a
Yeah.
vegan perspective. And so for us to be able to start to create that little space, and then from here to grow it, where one day, we'll be on the television, on a channel people can just put on their TV and know, like, as vegans, they're going to be seen and heard. So meaningful for us.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. And the reason why I created the whole Confident Vegan back in October 2023 was when I rebranded my business. I created that because I'm the only vegan in my family. And it can be a very lonely world being a vegan surrounded by non-vegans. And I feel like this channel that we're creating together, this morning show that we're doing together, is creating that space for people who may not have that support system. And if you
Yeah.
do have that support system, that's really awesome. My non-vegan husband is very supportive, so I'm very lucky with that. But it can still be challenging with other family settings, and hearing all the typical comments you get being the only vegan at the table. You know what I'm talking about.
I sure do. So JP left a comment when we asked earlier tell us where you're tuning in from. JP let us know he's tuning in from New Jersey. So thanks for being here with us, JP. And then Ellie said, as a non-vegan, it's interesting to take a peek into this world. So welcome, Ellie. We hope to see you on Monday mornings, and you can really get in there and learn some more.
Yeah, and thank you for saying that. And this is a welcoming space for non-vegans as well, but the target audience is vegan, so everything is going to be for the vegan community. And we always have to modify ourselves everywhere else. Like when I'm watching those recipes on TV, it's like, well, how can I veganize this?
Yeah.
And there's none of that here. This is all 100% vegan friendly. And those who are veg curious are welcome to hop on and check it out.
Yeah, and really see, like, kind of like Ellie said, like, he'll get an inside scoop into how we really live, because we aren't, changing ourselves or having to adjust to the world outside. We're creating this world where we get to be who we are, and everybody else gets to come along, but we're not going to adjust. So maybe sometimes language will be different from what you hear kind of out in the regular world, in the non-vegan world. We might use certain words that are our language. And it's awesome for non-vegans to start to understand that and really be able to get, like, what's going on in our heads when we are, or in our hearts, even when we're faced with something living in a non-vegan world. Just want to say hello to Diane. Hey, Diane, thanks for joining.
Hi, Diane.
Welcome.
Welcome. We appreciate those of you who are joining in. We wanted to make sure we could do this. We've never done this before in this way, going live on YouTube. So we wanted to make sure to test everything out, to make sure we knew what we were doing, because it would be much harder to do that like 10 minutes before 7 when we're setting up. So.
Yes. So Jen, you and I live a little far away from each other, but not too far. It's manageable. So sometimes we commute and we hang out together, and we got a chance to do that this weekend. We met up at I should have let you do this because I can't remember the name of the conference we were at, or the event we were at.
It's the Heart of Wellness. Oh my God, I'm like getting tongue-tied.
That's it. Now. Yes, it's like a holistic. Yep, it's out of my head.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's it's the Heart of Oneness Holistic Expo.
Yeah.
In Edison, New Jersey, at that whatever that expo center is in Edison. I don't remember the name of the expo center, but I think there's only one expo center in Edison, New Jersey.
There is. Yep.
And yeah, so that was like a little over an hour for me. And we met up and we walked around and we saw all kinds of really cool things, all kinds of spiritual stuff and crystals and meditation, all Reiki, all those things that you and I are also all about.
Mm-hmm.
And there was also like vegan things there too. There was like skincare products and snacks, and different types of things. And we ended up having an interesting conversation with somebody there. Do you want to talk about that in this part, or should we save that later?
Yeah, let's do it now.
Okay, yeah, it seems like it fits right. Yeah, so we went to a table for, I think it was a soap, right? It was like
Yep,
soap,
bars of soap.
bars and so, and it was like they also had candles. And we asked if it was vegan, and which, by the way, hanging out with another vegan was so refreshing for me, because all the things that I have to be different about, you were different with me.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Thank you,
food,
Richard. Yes, the
no
Edison Expo
question.
Center.
Oh, thanks, Richard. Yeah, and so we asked if it was vegan, and he was like saying, yeah, and I'm plant-based, which plant-based isn't necessarily always vegan, because they do use honey sometimes, people who are plant-based. And I forgot what he said, but he made a comment afterwards about how he doesn't think honey is so bad because beekeepers are creating a space to populate more bees. And then you had an amazing response to that, and you can share that with everybody.
Thank you. Yeah, he pointed out all these vegan soaps, and then he was like, "Oh, except that one, it has honey." And then yeah, he started talking about these that he knows beekeepers, and he's even considering becoming a beekeeper himself because he knows how important the bees are. If the bees die, we die, which is 100% true. However, my take as a vegan is that we should not be taking their honey because that is an exploitation of them. This is a product that they create to feed each other within the hive, not for humans. And I can't remember, I wish I could remember the amount, but I think like every bee makes like a teaspoon of honey in her entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are like taking that from them, and we don't need to. There are tons of really great sweeteners. And I know that, people tout like, oh, honey and lemon for when you're sick, it makes you better. It's got all these medicinal properties. Okay, cool. However, we also have other ways to deal with that. So when he was like, when he was saying, like you pointed out that he was like, oh, I don't think it's so bad. It's kind of okay. My stance as a vegan is it's not okay. I don't care how well you treat the bees. Good, treat the bees well and let them keep their honey. We are
Yeah.
exploiting them when we take it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, that's the thing. It's like the Matrix when I became vegan. Like at one point I was like, I could never become vegan. And then my journey brought me to where I am now, where I can't be any other way.
Mhm.
And it's just realizing the exploitation and just wanting to honor animals as best as I can. Sometimes it's hard to be perfect in every little scenario. There's always something that's impacting something, but it's how can I honor animals as best as I can? Because once you really think about it and internalize it, the cognitive dissonance, which we're going to have a big talk about that on Monday. So I'm going to save all of that for then. But when you overcome that cognitive dissonance, you start seeing things very differently.
Mhm.
And I just noticed our overlay changed to the StreamYard overlay.
Oh,
How did
just
that?
by itself, huh?
Oh, there we go. Unless I bumped it. There we go. How's that?
Wonderful. By the way, that handle is not just our YouTube channel, that's our Instagram too, which we are needing to build. So if you're on Instagram, follow us there at the That Vegan Morning Show.
And eventually we'll have content up there.
Yes.
We're very busy ladies.
You know what? Maybe one of the things we can put up there. So, spoiler for you guys here. How about that lunch that we had on Saturday after we left the wellness fair? We went to Red's Leaf Cafe in Metuchen, New Jersey. It's run by Natalie. She is amazing. Her food is so incredible, and she's just such an incredible person. She does the Newark Animal Save, which is where you go down to Newark, New Jersey. There's a section of road where all of the trucks that are taking animals to slaughter drive through, and she shows up there with a group of people, and they give water to the animals. They reach in and will pet them if they can. And they just give these animals the only love they've ever known in the last moments of their lives. And it is so beautiful. And I don't know how she does it, because even me just telling you about it is making me emotional. But if you are ever in the Metuchen, New Jersey area and you're hungry, please go to Red's Leaf Cafe and check out what Natalie's offering.
I second that. It was such amazing food. We had the soy sticks, which looked like chicken drumsticks, and it came with like a really good sweet chili sauce. And then I ended up getting some kind of I got like a burger, and I have pictures of everything. Maybe that's what we can put on our Instagram.
Yeah.
I'll make a little thing of all the food pictures we took. Yeah, because there was it was like really, really good food. I would definitely drive the hour and a half from my house to eat there again.
Yeah. And how cute was the little iced coffee bear? So,
Yes, you got this coffee with a bear. It was like a coffee ice made out of coffee shaped like a bear. We have pictures. We should put that in our Instagram.
Absolutely. So cute.
Maybe that's what we can use our Instagram for, as something to put share the things that we talk about during our show, so people can get more of a visual of the different things that we're talking about.
Absolutely. Yeah. Great idea. Jen's our content gal. I said you're our content gal. Like, Jen knows how to make the videos. She knows how to do all those things. She knows how to work YouTube. I'm just here with, chatting and organizing things.
You're very good at the organizing of things.
Thank you.
And I think, and that's the thing that me and Kimberly have discovered, is we're very similar, but then we also have our differences, and our differences bring balance to the force. I think they complement each other, and it just creates this natural ecosystem that we have.
We're both able to be creative in the ways that work. I've created our show rundowns and put all of our ideas and kind of our, what we're going to talk about, our script, if you will, into there. And then Jen makes it pretty and puts it on the internet.
But see, I'm not so good with the organizing stuff. So I'm better with the creative stuff. So it really works well. And, just to show how we're in sync, I mentioned before something funny happened with spinning wheels. So when we were at this Heart of Oneness Expo, there was a couple of times, there's these like tables where you spin a wheel, and you spun and got something. I spun and got the same prize. And we went to another wheel. Same thing happened. We kept landing on the same thing for us.
We have those little moments quite a bit.
We have a lot of them. And David has like David knew we were very similar when he connected us. But he didn't realize that when you and I first spoke, and every time we have spoken since, we always keep finding all these crazy ways that we're very similar.
Yeah. It should make for an interesting back and forth on our shows. Yeah. By the way, anyone who's still watching, thank you for hanging out with us for the last 26 minutes or however long you've been here. So we're so glad to have you. Feel free to, if you have questions, you want to put them in the comments, we will answer them. Or if you have something you really want to hear us talk about on the morning show, like what vegan things do you want to see covered, or are you like wanting people to talk about? Because we're ready to cover it all.
Absolutely. Whatever it is, everything in the vegan world. And if you know of like some really great vegan news or some kind of great opening somewhere, or anything great coming out in the vegan world, like books or products, let us know, because we want to bring awareness to all things vegan and cool.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And
Uh,
we're both big readers. Maybe we could do like a book club.
that would be really good.
If anyone's interested in that, please tell me. I'm dying to do a book club.
Me and Kimberly are also both idea people. We'll just generate ideas all the time,
Mhm.
and we like to chase the shiny objects that we come up with.
But this is the big one.
This
The
is
show is the
this
big
is the
one.
big one. Yeah. So I think a book club's a great idea. Maybe like after we've settled in
Mhm.
to all of this, we could maybe start it for the summer. Like I know some people like to do summer reading. So if there's a vegan book that you would like to read for the vegan book club, that would be great. Oh, I see. I find that soy is used more than seitan whenever I've had vegan meals out. Any reason for that? I have a theory.
Tell us.
Maybe it has to do with seitan not being gluten friendly.
Mm.
That's the only thing I could think of. So uh maybe a restaurant is wants to make it so that it's also vegan and gluten friendly. And if anyone knows an answer to this, please chime in. Kimberly, what are your thoughts on that? And that's a great question. Thanks for asking, Ellie.
Yeah, thank you. I agree. Great question. And I do think that it probably makes it easier to accommodate gluten-free, because then they can have the vegan option be both vegan and gluten-free, and they don't have to worry about that. That's just my guess too.
Yeah, if anyone knows, please check in.
So,
Or please chime in.
so Diane's into the book club. So there's one vote. Yeah.
All right. So
And
please
then the
let us
answer to
know in the
The
comments.
answer to this question, Heather, is because you're on the West Coast. That's why it's so early. Well, so here's our plea. So Jen and I have to do this so early and only for a short period of time because we both still have day jobs. So if you are a TV producer who's ready to take a take a chance on two gals just getting started, and want to give us a full-time job doing a morning show, then we can do it from like 6 to 10 in the morning, and then Heather will definitely be able to tune in at some point.
That's
Uh,
right.
but Heather will miss you live, but there will always be a replay on YouTube, so feel free to leave your comments and questions there, and we will get back to you for sure.
Absolutely. And I just want to add that if you are watching the replay, please put in the comments below with replay and where you're watching from. This
Yeah.
way, we know who's tuning into the replays and where our viewers are watching from. So all of that is very helpful. And any suggestions, questions, please put them there, and that'll definitely help. Is there anything else we need to cover? Do you want to share our cookbook that we came up with?
Oh yeah. So once this is there, once this is there, once this is on YouTube as like the video, the replay, I guess, we can make a post and actually put the link to our mailing list, which gets you a free ebook of our favorite recipes, some of our favorite recipes. We love lots of recipes.
We have
And then you'll get on our mailing list, so you'll never miss events and stuff and all things that vegan morning show. So yes, we can. But let me see if I can. Do you have the link ready now? I didn't think
maybe.
about that.
Oh,
See,
you
this
know
is
what
the
I
fun part about being live too, right?
yeah, you know what? There is our let me see. I
Oh, where
sent
did
it somewhere. We have the StreamYard or the link tree. We created a link tree.
Oh, right. Yeah, put that in there so then they can get
Do you
everything.
have the link tree handy?
Thank you, Heather. Really appreciate that.
Heather put it in for us? Okay, thank you for excusing us, Heather.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to our link tree right now.
Okay. Yeah, it's the thing I love about being live that, well, one, you don't have to do 7 takes of the same thing because you're trying to get it perfect. 2, it reminds us that none of us are perfect, so we can mess up and still be okay. No one's going to hate us because we're spending an extra 2 minutes to find a link we should have had ready and we didn't.
Yeah.
But we want you to have to be able to have this recipe book. So we're going to make sure you get this link.
Yes, I'm just looking. I'm on my link. I'm on our link tree right now. Where's the link? Oh, wait, you know what? I do have it someplace. I have it right here.
Okay.
I forgot. We had a networking event that we were on earlier, and I forgot I had it from there. I didn't have to go all over the place like I just went. Where do I drop this in the chat, Kimberly?
If you click on comments on the right, and then you can just put it where it says post a comment.
Okay, link tree, sign up for our free.
So while Jen does that, does anybody have anything they want to say? Anything at all? Otherwise, you have to wait until Monday at 7 a.m. Eastern time to say anything else.
Okay, oh no, I put the wrong thing up there.
Oh,
so if
you're interested in Jen's other work, this is a link to Jen's other work.
No, that's not what I meant to do. Oh no. Oh no. You know what? You know what, Kimberly, you should put your work in there too while I'm in there. Although it was a link underneath, which actually.
Thank you, Ellie. We're gonna need it.
What did Ellie say?
He said, good luck.
Okay, so this is the correct link. Okay, so this link and this link has access to all of our other stuff. Kimberly, you should talk about, did you bring the hummus?
Oh yeah, I'm happy to. Also, JP has said you're both ready to take on the world. That's right.
Why is this not copying and pasting properly? I keep copying and pasting and it keeps going to mine.
Oh, interesting. Well, we'll fix that. We'll make sure that it goes in a post.
Let me try this one more time. Okay. Hang on. Tell them about Did You Bring the Hummus?
Yeah, sure. So Did You Bring the Hummus is a podcast.
Here we go.
And I interview vegans. That's the one requirement, is that you have to be vegan to be on the podcast. And yeah, I've talked to all kinds of incredible vegans. I do some episodes that are just me talking about something that's on my heart and mind. But yeah, it's what kind of started all of this. I decided to do a podcast, and I've been sharing my voice with the world ever since.
And it's an amazing voice.
Thank you very much. So with that, we've gone 4 minutes over. We've got you the right link. Please sign up for our mailing list. You don't just get the free ebook, which is amazing, but you also get some insider information, inside scoops. Don't say insider information, Kimberly. You get inside scoops on what we're doing here at that Vegan Morning Show, maybe even some behind the scenes stuff. And we'll make it fun, and we won't spam you, and it'll be just a great time. But Jen, are you ready to go? Shall we do this?
I'm ready to go. I'm so glad we did this. This was fun. And a big extra thank you for all of you who joined in to help us test this out. And thank you for bearing with us as we get our act together. But that's why we did this. So, and if you're watching the replay, let us know. Yeah. And we will see you all bright and early Monday morning.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye for now.
Bye.